Man, does it feel good to be home? I'm really not supposed to be doing this till right before I go to sleep. But Will powers him up. Oh shit, hold on. Here we go. The let Unc Tell It background. What up, B Bob? Thought you got only your zesty feelings, man. Haven't heard from you in a while. You violated one time, and all of a sudden, buddy got mad at me. Hold on. I gotta figure out a way. There we go. That's mucho better. I've been doing overtime. Yo, I'm doing a pause compilation. Bro, this shit is funny as fuck. Starts off with somebody saying, well, the first one, let me skip over that. The second one, this dude was like, my father was violated 5 times. My father was violated 5 times. I was like, yo, excuse me, bro. Hey, you just gonna go and just tell the whole world about that shit? Yeah, you guys are supposed to be mobsters. Like, you gonna let that happen to your dad, bro? It's crazy. And then, bro, I even got Trump in the pause compilation. Trump was like, Marco was involved, Jared was involved, Pete. He's like, I thought they were gonna try to tap us before they hit. And if they hit us, it would have been bad. In the back, please. Like, whoa, hold on a second there, buddy. That ish was wild. Were you just in the other stream, bro? If you was, I ain't see you, so don't think I forgot about you. What's it called? Yeah, bro, that shit was wild. And then Sammy the Bull. All right, I gotta give the background on this just so it makes sense because it's so wild. What up, every day, Sunday? Oh, so my bad if I ain't answering any chats, Bebop. I ain't see you. I ain't see your name. So check this, right? Um, oh, what was the fucking hilarious? Oh yeah, Sammy the Bull. Sad. He was talking about you saw everybody yesterday. What the fuck happened yesterday? So Sammy the Bull, unfortunately, was talking about his boy Frankie the Chico got blown up in a car bomb. So that's sad. And he tried to pull Buddy out of the car, and he went to go fucking what's it called? He's like, yeah, my hand went where his ass. I didn't realize dude thought I was a dude. Who? Wait. I'm lost every day, Sunday. Who thought you was a dude? Well, whatever you apologizing for, first of all, you know how I am. Somebody's reputation, somebody's past performance means a lot. So it's like the same way that like I tend to fucking blow my top pause on Yeet for every little fucking thing. It's because enough is enough for him. You kind of got the opposite. Whereas you've never been any kind of a problem in any fucking thing or nothing like that. So you get a pass. So either way, no matter what it was, you good. Yeah, pause, B Bob. Good call. So I'll actually probably laugh But put me on. Let me know what the fuck happened. And not for nothing, EBS. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't know how you are IRL, but the way that you are in the stream, dude, um, it's like, yo, you a solid, solid person. If I could ever find me a chick that's anything like you, I'm gonna be like, a very, very happy dude. You know what I mean? Like my problem with the women that I've been with in my lifetime is that they're not like you. Just the fact that you came in here apologize. It's like, dude, there's literally a fucking meme that said if a woman ever realizes she was wrong, apologizes, and then tries to do something to make it right, leave that bitch. It's a fucking man. Women don't do that. You try to defend me, but I don't need him to take care of me like that. Pause. I'm real 100%. Sometimes I get bratty, but I can admit it. Yeah, but that's what makes you different. That's what I respect about you. That's what I appreciate about you. So like I said, you're good. Like you don't owe me no apologies. If you're the type of person, right? It's like in that short that I have that says, when I was telling that lady that had the "Do you follow Jesus this close" bumper sticker, and I was like, I got mixed feelings about that because I feel like no matter what, if you're getting tailgated, it's your fucking fault. For not moving the fuck out of the way. Well, I ain't cursed, but for not moving out of the way, it's your fault. I said, but I love Jesus more than I love road rules, so I like that sticker anyway. Um, yeah, I feel that. Like, if you're getting tailgated often enough that you got to put that fucking sticker on your car, obviously you're the problem. So, on that same note, if every day is Sunday is being disrespectful to you, that's your fucking fault. You did something. I felt bad afterwards. If I see him on your other channel, I ask you that. But what happened though? Just tell me. I don't even know who it is, what was said. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Fuck around, it might have been Cam. Cam's always on here under different names. Bebop's laughing, but you know how I am, Bebop. It's like you with the zesty shit. It's like you know how I am. Like I have a short trigger for shit that people make habits of. It's like, bro, remember I lost it on you for saying I love you, dudes. If anybody else said that, I wouldn't have thought nothing of it. But since it's you, and we've already had this talk so many times, I saw that. I was like, you know what? Enough is enough, bro. He made it seem like I was trying to come on to him, but I forgot I had said to Yeet that chat was fine because I was there. Oh, I know you have a short trigger. Pause. Bebop. Not in that way, I don't. Oh, man. He says something about he wasn't into me like that. Who though? Who are we talking about? Do you remember his username? But he was referring to my other message, plus thinking I was a dude. So 16. That was probably some random. I don't even know who that is, man. And yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. So realistically, I like I said, I respect this about you. But man, you good, man. You good in the hood, man. This is your home. Any rando that comes up in this bitch, you get at him, you get at him. Like think about it like this, right? Were you in the other stream just now when fucking Regad was over there? Like, what's it called? Timing people out and shit. I let that kind of shit slide. For people that make habits of it, I let it slide. For you, you're good. All right, I have to make sure. Yeah, come on, man. First of all, like I said, everything I just said was the truth. You know, you you built up a solid reputation. You know what I'm saying? You're already somebody that can get away with fuckery because you're not somebody that just brings fuckery to the table. So obviously, even if it's not someone else's fault, even if I can't necessarily blame somebody else, at the same time, it's like there got to be some underlying reason, and I'm automatically gonna assume that you got a good reason. You know, this is what pissed me off. One of the things that pissed me off about my old boss. You know, he would always be looking every time I would have to do something out of the ordinary for a good fucking reason. He would look at it, not even ask me why, and be like, "Oh, this isn't how we do it." You know what I mean? Meanwhile, in my mind, I'm like, bro, like you should know me well enough to know that if something don't seem right, there must be a good fucking reason, and at least ask me what that reason is. You know? So, you know, that's how I look at you. I'm automatically going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm automatically going to assume that you were right. I'm automatically going to get your side. And if I find out otherwise, I'll be surprised. You know what I mean? Whereas, you know, most people will fucking automatically think, you know, accuse you. And if you were in the right, they'd be surprised. You know? But yeah, so first of all, we always gotta be good regardless. Regardless. Second of all, if we weren't, I would have said something to you. You know I would have. I'd have been like, yo, every day is Sunday. Come on, chill, man. We don't treat people like that in the stream. You know what I'm saying? You're a mod, you know what I mean? Like you gotta represent the channel better than that. I'd have been sitting there at least giving you some kind of lecture or asking you not to do that shit or whatever the case may be. Like if you ain't hear nothing from me, believe me, it's not because I don't want to say anything or because I feel bad or nothing like that. If I feel bad, then I just won't be rude about it. I won't get loud and I won't curse and I won't talk to you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I treat people when I feel bad. It's not that I withhold, you know, the truth from them. You ended the stream real quick. The, um oh. That's why that was day one of me trying to like quit smoking. And I didn't smoke nothing until right before I went to sleep last night. And I was planning on doing the same thing today, but I cracked. But yeah, I wanted to get off the fucking stream so I could go do something to keep myself occupied so I wouldn't be tempted to sit down and smoke. So first thing I did was jump in the shower, and then I walked up to the store, got an ice cream and shit. You know what I mean? So what is it called? Hey man, there's never gonna be a time. Look, this is what a lot of people don't like about me, but those people I really don't give a fuck about. I don't, you know, I care about the people that fuck with me off of who I am and how I am. But people don't like me because you will always know where you stand with me, no matter what. Like, there's no such thing as a time and a place for me. You know, we could be in church. If I don't like something you did or something you said, I'm gonna tell you right there on the spot. It's not like after we get home. Now I understand that's how it should be. I understand I should wait until like we're in private and there's no reason to tell you in front of people. Yo, do you know how many women that I've been with that their mothers think or parents think that I was abusive to them for the simple fact that like I didn't give a fuck if their parents were right there. if I had something to say, I was gonna say it. Like if I wanted to complain, or if I ask her to do something and she does it wrong, yo, come on, what the fuck, man? That's not what I asked you to do. Like right in front of their parents. Um, so they would be thinking to themselves, man, if this is how he treats in front of us, imagine what goes behind closed doors. Same shit that happens in front of you. B Bob, yes, sir. This is a G-Shock watch. And from what I hear, these things came back in style. So I bought this one probably like 2020, maybe a little earlier. Maybe like, yeah, probably, yeah, like 2020, I bought this watch. And I bought it because I'm not gentle, not at all. And my job was not gentle. So the combination, I couldn't own any watch that was not a G-Shock. So I went out looking for what I bought, what I didn't really like it that much. And then I ended up buying this one. And it's been my watch ever since. I remember they only used to be like $40 when Alex Jones started promoting. Now they're expensive. Yeah, mine was a little more than 40. I think it was like 80 though, or some shit like that. And mind you, yeah, 40 back in 2013. But mind you, there's all different models. So my other model was just like a regular digital, and that shit was probably about $40. But this one, it has a little bit more to it. Like there's more shit on it. You know, it's an analog and it got other shit. I wanted to get one that gives you the tide. I need I need one because I like skimboarding, but I like going on low tide. So this way I got all that fucking wet sand. Oh, and Earth Day is Sunday. You were asking me what happened. So on the last chat, we had some trolls like we normally do, you know. Um, what's it called? And Regad. Well, I times went out first, but on some bullshit though. Like I was being petty. So Buddy was telling me to fuck off. And I was like, hey, listen, other than the fact that you got legal freedom of speech, other than that, like you realize you got no right to be telling anybody to fuck off, right? If anything, you fuck off. Like you don't like this chat, get out. You know, you don't have to be here. Nobody's begging you to be here. So he's like, you don't know what you're talking about. I can tell you to fuck off whenever I want. So I timed his ass out. I was like, well, actually, no, you can't. Because I can shut you up. You can't shut me up, but I can shut you up. So that's why I just did. Like just to be petty and just to show you that I can. And just to remind you that you can. You know, and I was just being a dick. And then Brigade, I guess, jumped on the bandwagon and timed somebody else out for trolling. And that wasn't necessary. So I told him, I'm like, yo, Brigade, like, chill with the timing people out. You ain't got to do all that. Bebop. Yeah, I know you like my. You tell me that every time I wear this shirt. The last time you caught me wearing it twice in a row, and I didn't even realize until I remember. Oh shit! Yesterday you told me that. You told me you were a meanie, you're mean. Told you were a meanie, you're mean. Nah, nah. I'm just immature sometimes. Bebop, there's a difference. Regat has done that a few times. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've noticed it a few times. I can imagine how many times that shit happened. You know, when when I wasn't, wasn't paying attention because I was riding. I gotta tell her, God, there's no Sharia law in the fucking chat. You gotta let these people ride. What up, Wendy? Bebop says she timed me out before. Good for you, Bebop. That's what you get. Timed your ass out too. Pause. That's wild. Sharia law. Facts though, man. We don't do that shit here. Bebop, these love taps. Pause. EDS. That is wow. Bebop, these love taps is crazy. What kind of taps you talking about? Oh shit. Bebop, every day Sunday say you need to get tapped. That's the problem. I ain't gonna do it. You gonna have to ask your manager. Some people need Sharia. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man. I don't want to go that far. They just need, parents that took a belt to them every once in a while growing up. Not my manager. No, 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 no. Not you every day Sunday. Bebop. Bebop's manager got a thing for him. So that's what I said when you said Bebop needs some love taps. I was like, all right, but I'm not doing it. You have to holler at your manager. I said, don't break my balls up. I mean, shit, Bebop. I heard you be bringing them up. Oh shit. Yeah, Bebop got an HR nightmare on his hands. Yeah, yeah. But all jokes aside, I'm over here laughing because, like, on its surface, if no real people were involved, like, it sounds fucked up. I mean, it sounds funny as shit, but it's really fucked up. Like, that's really uncomfortable what Bebop is going through, man. It's like nobody deserves that shit. I wish there was something that he could do about it, like some kind of advice that I could give him. But realistically, no matter how you go about that shit, it's gonna be bad for you. So it's like either you got to keep letting it happen, and that shit is fucking uncomfortable, right? Or you can snitch on them, but then if they don't fire him, now it's gonna be weird that you got to work for this dude that you snitched on. Or you could whip his ass, but what's it called? Then you run the double risk. Like, you might triple risk. You might get fired, you might go to jail, and you might just get your ass beat by somebody that's even zestier than you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that's a tough call right there, man. Um, what's it called? Wendy said, Antonio, did you delete your Instagram? Nah, Instagram is dirty enough to delete it on my behalf. So I made fun of a transgender, and apparently they must have reported me, and Instagram took down my account and ignored my appeal. So I'm not business with Instagram no more. No more. I'm not business. I'm not business. Instagram can eat our friend. Eat our friend. I'm not business. Me not go upon there no more. No more. Instagram them. Menage business called Instagram them. Instagram them, menage business with Instagram them. Uh, I know either way, this one, that's gonna, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That sucks. If I was you, what I would do, Bebop, all jokes aside, is I would fucking start looking for a new job, find a new job, and then when you give your notice, don't give it to him, give it to somebody else, and tell them that the reason you leaving is because of the fucking harassment, and that you're gonna be filing a lawsuit. Um, and then I would do that. I would file that lawsuit. Let's see. Step. Step a step a step 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 a step 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 a step a step. Shout out to Step. Hello from Russian Military Special Unit Group Pause 2 ODK 19 Alpha. Salute you, soldier. Step a step, everybody. Looking for a new job sucks. Yeah, but fucking that's so does so does your manager's dick in your mouth. So it's like you gotta choose which one you rather suck. He has a wife and kids, a whole family. He's married. So fucking take a picture of him fucking sucking you off and send it to his wife. Problem solved. Do it with his phone too. Yo, could you imagine if you took a picture of him sucking you off with his own phone and sent it to his wife, dude? Oh man. Yo, that would be fucking hilarious, dude. Oh shit. Man, problems. Word. That's what I'm saying. That right there would be the fucking game set match. You're gonna get fired. Fuck it. You know, it's well worth. And then, like I said, you can sue the fucking company because he can't fire you for that. He Rob said, "I'm proud of you. I'm alive." Well, I'm saying you don't keep the hammer on you, man. You gotta be prepared, brother. Wendy said, Antonio, how can I reach out to you? I just made a cool logo for you on this channel. Oh shit, that's what's up, Wendy. Well, we got a whole website now, letunctellit.com. And there's like there's a box where you can leave fucking messages and shit, but there's also an email. It's at letunctellit.com. Why you need to borrow my shit, B-Bob? Why you didn't get your own shit, fam? Fuck is that? You got $700 for what the fuck, man? $700 for a gun, bro? She can't satisfy him. Feel bad for his wife. She can't satisfy him if she wanted. I mean, that's not. Here's the sad part. Every day is Sunday. That's really not true. You know what I'm saying? Like men are weird like that. You know, it's like you can fully be like 100% in love with your wife. You know what I mean? Like, and and still be physically aroused by other things. That's every fucking man. It's just that when you get married, what you do is because your wife will never understand and she means so much to you that you don't want her to fucking hurt, that you suppress your fucking inborn, desires and you don't cheat. Whether he's into women or men, it is what it is. But he might just be into both. Some people are into weird shit. You know what I mean? Like a variety of shit. You know what I mean? So it's like she might just be satisfying him. As much as any woman can satisfy any man. It's just that he fucking does not suppress his fucking desires like the rest of us do. Oh, nah, I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? On that, if he wants to do, like, check this out. Like, as a straight man, old school straight man, it's like we consider there's no such thing as bi. It's like if you like dudes, you're gay. Like, it doesn't matter if you also like chicks. You know what I mean? But like, so I had a friend that I suspected, and I'm guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? He died, but guaranteed he was that way. And that motherfucker was married. And he used to cheat on his wife with fucking bitches all the fucking time. So it's like, we're positive he was into dudes. Motherfucker was really into bitches too. A lot. Um, there we go. I think Glitchman whole gamer got himself a job at YouTube. Because
Oh,
every time I press the button to add you, it just chills for him. It just takes its time, and then all of a sudden, like it starts fucking little by little turning into a fucking split screen. And then it's black on one side, and it shows you. I think
wow.
Glitch Home must be over there working, somewhere in design, marketing.
And marketing.
Uh,
I said, that's crazy. So what's going on, man? What's going on?
and shit, we was discussing some politics, man. So some
Oh yeah.
some
Like what?
real local politics. I don't even know if you want to hear this shit, bro. Your man Bebop, Bebop?
Uh-huh.
So Bebop is zesty though, for real.
Oh, what? Okay. I said, okay.
So now, but he respectful, he cool. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker keeps that bullshit off of this fucking channel. But now he is getting a taste of his own medicine, and um and he's getting hit on by some dude that he's not interested in.
Hold on, wait, what?
And that motherfucker happens to be his boss though. So now this
Oh,
motherfucker's trying to figure out a way to like, stop this dude from shooting the shot because he's not interested without losing his job and all of that.
without me getting too, what industry does he work in?
B Bob, what industry you work in? Isn't it medical? And they said discussing Sharia law. All right, Wendy, I'm gonna check it out. So Wendy made us a logo.
Okay.
I guess she emailed it to us. So I gotta check it out. So what's it called? So we're talking about Sharia law because one of my mods on the other channel, she from Saudi Arabia, and she be real quick to time somebody out and shit. And I'm like, yo, chill, man. We don't got Sharia law in the chat. Like, if they're not fucking violating YouTube community guidelines, you don't have to be so aggressive, though. You're wearing. Yeah, so he manufactures medical devices.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind. Well, I mean, so he work in a factory then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. So you stuck there, buddy. And that's your boss, like he's a supervisor, or that's your
I
boss? Like,
told him, I told him, right? Since he's zesty anyway, no nothing to lose. He might
oh,
as well take a video of him getting top from the boss and send it to his wife because the dude is married with kids. So if he could get a hold of the boss's phone, get some top from him, and record that motherfucker topping him. You know what I'm saying? Not like he ain't ever been topped by a dude before. Like I said, I wouldn't do it, but in his fucking case, why not? You already zesty, right? Fucking and
so
now
you
send that
advise
video to
him
the dude's
to get
wife.
top from the dude. So you advise him to get top from the dude because in your mind that lets
Nah,
you know
not
that
at
he's
all. I
yeah,
advise
it's
him
good.
that if he gonna do all that shit, you might as well fucking record him
Oh,
and send the video to his wife. Do it with his phone. Get a hold of his phone, record him with his own phone topping you, and then send that video to his wife. So this way, if you lose your job, shit, at least you know.
mm. Wow. Get him to promise you all type of crazy shit. Like he's gonna buy you a Porsche or some shit. He's gonna put you in an apartment or some shit like that. He's gonna buy a house for you and then do that to him. And then you get him like, look, you promised me all this stuff. I mean, it's crazy. This guy's nuts.
Oh man. Meanwhile, he'll probably what is it called? They'll probably charge him or something for doing that shit. It'll be my fault. Yeah, B
Well, see
Bob,
that?
this for entertainment purposes only. What up, Trey? Well, B Bob, here's the whole thing, B Bob. You say, isn't it illegal to record someone without them knowing? I'm not talking about fucking, I said with his phone, so it's like you would have to be real slick and not making it obvious that you had his phone, and you would have to act like you were fucking recording for personal use. But if you got your fucking cell phone out recording a motherfucker, like there's really no way to do that without him knowing. So yeah, it would be illegal to do it like a hidden camera, but
Right.
like I
Hidden
said,
camera it would be illegal. See
yeah, I'm talking about holding the
not
phone in
known.
your hand.
Yeah, yeah, that's different. That's totally different. That's consensual.
What up, Nate? Shout to Sweden.
What's up with your man, Gucci man?
Yo, man, what happened with the dude? They kidnapped him and then that motherfucker cooperated with the police or something? Is that what's going on?
Uh, your man, Gucci man, is you know what I mean cooperating with the feds. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
man, that shit is kind of wild. Like it's that motherfucker gotta see that's
They didn't
this
kidnap him.
world.
They didn't kidnap him. They went to a meeting at the studio and would to talk about business. And they told him you can't leave until you sign this paper. Supposedly, allegedly, they told him this. Allegedly, they allegedly also put guns to him and his security. And then when the security tried to come in the room, they backed the security down allegedly. But allegedly, it was only really two of them that did this. It was just Shiesty and Big 30, and then and Shiesty's pops in the recording. Basically, they was in the booth together, but their booth is big, so it's just Gucci, some producer, or somebody else, some business partner, and Shiesty and 30. And they said that it was Shiesty who put the things to him, allegedly, and 30 blocked the door so they couldn't get out the studio. And then what ended up happening was the security trying to get in, and of course now I guess they had their peoples outside too, and they backed their security down. But Gucci security was police. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah. So that shit's kind of weird. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta sit there and be like, all right, so what's really going on? Like break down the details of everything and sit there and analyze the shit and be like, okay, there's no other way to go around it. My man, you know, security is police. And you didn't tell people that. It's not like I went out of town and in a place where you can't bring your own guns. First of all, from down south, it's legal for you to carry. You know what I'm saying? And you were in Texas, so it's legal for you to have down there. You get what I'm saying? So somebody around me got it. You get what I'm saying? If I'm can't hold it on me, somebody around me got it, and then legally
Was it?
it
Hold
can
on.
happen.
Was it who retired undercover, Trey? You talking about Gucci?
What are you talking about?
Nah.
No, he's talking about Rick Ross. Rick Ross is a CEO.
Oh. He was a CEO. He was a CEO, not an undercover.
Hmm. But I mean, just like you gotta really think about this. So like,
I can't
you
really
said,
hear you.
you can't hear me.
Yeah.
You're walking around with your security is undercover cops. You know what I'm saying? So now with your security being undercover cops now, and you're not telling people, it's not like you're going to a different city or a different country or something like that, and you have to have security, so you hire them as security. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Hold on. Put me pause real quick. Undercover cops or off duty cops?
Off duty cops.
Okay.
What's the difference? Does it matter?
No,
It's
no,
still
no. I didn't know if he had
not
police
because
that
you're
was
hired.
on duty. If he had like police that he was on duty, that he was over here, like, you know what I'm saying, working with on some, you know what I'm saying, or if he was hiring cops, you know, on their own time. You know what I'm saying?
Hiring
Like,
cops on their
if
own
they was
time.
on duty, that means there's an ongoing investigation, and he's a key part of that investigation. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't not necessarily because they wouldn't be in security, but what's going on is that
No, I
what
thought you meant
happened.
like infiltrated. I thought you meant like infiltrated. Like he didn't know. Like these motherfuckers was undercover, like in a sting operation. He hired some people for security, not
No,
realizing that there was cops trying to infiltrate. That's
no,
what I was trying to figure out.
no, you went through a whole story
Like
like,
some
oh,
Donnie Brasco shit.
no. You're what is one incident from one day. That's all it was. They wanted him to sign because they finally get into see him face up, and they went to a meeting, and allegedly this is how it went down. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? And Gucci security, you know what I'm saying, was police. So now, if your security is off-duty police officers, and you're not telling people this, you know what I'm saying? You're around people doing mad crazy shit. That's that's wild. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the same time, now he wanted out of his contract. And supposedly Gucci was swindling him for some money. Da 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 da. Just the third person also, his cousin died, and Gucci ain't really do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? For his cousin, he didn't send us money to the funeral at first, and he wanted back his chains and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that was going on. Plus, like he was in jail. You get what I'm saying? But either
Mm-hmm.
way, this is how it's gonna turn out. Because at the end of the day, Gucci has to do one of two things. Because on the paperwork, it states that he said this. So it's not like it's some like we don't know what went down. He said what he said. It's there on the internet for you to look at and see. Everybody's talking about it. So now, with that being said, he has two options. He has the option to say that what that statement says is incorrect and that's not what happened, or he can go run with that and be like, yeah, that statement's correct. They held me hostage. They made me sign this paperwork. I'm not releasing it from my record label, and I'm gonna keep making money off of his music. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, now Gucci kind of will win financially, but everybody's gonna look at him like he's a rat. Now, on the other end, which what he's saying online, he's like, "Oh, I didn't tell my security told," and one of the other guys that was there told it wasn't me, but you knew you hired police as a security. I'm confused to what you really talk about. And the security never said that Shiesty was doing anything. They just said the other guys that was there had weapons. They never said that Shiesty was doing anything at all because they didn't see nothing. So Gucci and the other businessman is the only ones that can get Shiesty caught up really for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? In this whole scenario of the kidnapping and of the robbery, where they say they robbed him of his jewelry, supposedly, allegedly, and they allegedly robbed him of yeah, his rings, his jewelry, and then they I think it was like 35,000 or some stupid shit like that, something like that. Wasn't even that much. No, it was like $3,600. Wasn't even that much. It was under $10,000 in cash. It wasn't even that much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, now you should see this. They see this come out this V3 going on stuff crazy. Anyway, so at the end of the day, now how he could get away with that and get off of that is by having have by if if he just says that what's on there is not what happened, then now you don't have Shiesty doing anything exactly on paper, or not on paper, but on camera. You only have him standing there in the booth with this guy. So you don't really have him doing anything that's on camera. That's like he did this. You get what I'm saying? He beats the case. Automatically, he beats the case because there's nothing tying him to actually doing anything. They just had a dispute over a contract. That's it. Big deal. You get what I'm saying? And now that contract that he signed is legit. You see what I'm saying now? And that's where
Wait,
Trump
I ain't
comes.
catch that. It's really hard to hear you. So
He signed a contract with him. You know what I'm saying? And when he signed the contract, now he's releasing Pushaisi off of his record label. But that's if he doesn't tell. If he tells, then the paperwork for the contract is not a void because they forced him to sign it. You understand? Those are
mm,
the options for Gucci right now. Right now, he online. So he just put out a diss track on his site. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. I'm confused. He's telling gangster, he's like, send me the bullets and shit. I don't know. I mean, people can say what they want to say about Sammy the Bull, but Sammy the Bull got body. In
I
case
hear
you
you.
didn't know. I said people can say what they want to say about Sammy the Bull, but Sammy the Bull got body. In case you
I'm
didn't
still.
know.
I still. It's really that Bluetooth is really low. It's really hard to hear you. I don't know. Chat. Are you having trouble hearing him, or is it just me? I mean, they typing along with you, so obviously they can hear. But for some reason, I can't. Just you. Yeah. See, everybody else can hear. That's weird. All right, everybody else can hear you. It must be me, and now you frozen on mine. Is that just me too?
Yeah, it's just you, man. You're
Oh
old,
yeah,
man.
see, Bebop is hearing the same shit I'm hearing. It sounds like he's underwater.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Take out the headphones real quick.
It's your
Take
audio.
out the. Huh?
Yeah, it's your audio. You just hear a
Nah,
bunch of
man.
voices.
Let me see if I can get my Bluetooth to connect. That should never work while I'm already on the screen. Let try.
But yeah, though, so Pooh Shiesty could beat the case. It's all on what Gucci does. If Gucci tells, then Pooh Shiesty's going away for a long time. But Gucci's reputation is going to be shit after that. And nobody's going to want to fuck with him at all. Nobody's going to want to mess with him in the industry or period at all. You know what I'm saying? So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's what they're looking at right now.
I don't know. 6ix9ine kind of paved the way for the rats.
Yeah, but 6ix9ine is open about it, though. That's different. Gucci's saying I didn't do nothing. And the paperwork says something different.
Mm-hmm.
I sent it to you.
Yeah. It's been busy. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but that's crazy. What's it called? Now, from I caught from what you were saying before. Like I said, I was having trouble hearing and shit, but I feel like I heard you at some point say something that indicated to me that um, if this dude goes to jail, then Gucci doesn't have to release him from the fucking contract, and then he got rights to all the shit. Is that am I getting that right?
Correct. Correct.
All right, so I mean,
So
now let me
now has to
how but how good is Pooh Shiesty? Like, how much does his shit sell? Like, is his sales up there that's so high that that would be a temptation for somebody to risk losing his whole
bro,
rep for that
bro.
shit?
Pooh Shiesty, he's the hottest thing moving right now. Are you crazy? Pooh
Yeah.
Shiesty, hottest thing moving. Period.
See, I didn't know that. I know about the mask. That's it.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's something you got to take into consideration too. With somebody like Gucci, who's already past his prime, realistically, you know what I'm saying? He was hitting for years, but that's over. You know, now he can eat off of somebody that you said is the hottest thing out. You know what I mean? To him, it might be
Yeah, but
worth
now
it
he's
to
not.
burn his own name.
I mean, yeah, no, but nobody's gonna want to mess with Gucci. That's what I'm saying.
No, of course, but like I said, this is a move that's a big enough move that he might not need anybody to mess with him after that. He might be
But
good
if
to just
you already have money,
retire off that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're understanding. Somebody who has money does not do broke niggas things. Broke people things is I'm gonna do some shit real quick just to get a come up. Yeah, I got to come up. I got 10,000, 10 million off this guy. Yeah, that's nothing when you're getting money all the time. It's the
Yeah,
relationships that you lose.
but is he though? And think about how
Why you
greedy
not getting
these
money all the time?
yo the
Because
record labels be greedy motherfuckers, man. You know how many of these
he
motherfuckers
owns the
died?
record label.
Huh?
He owns the record label.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole you know, so it's like that's why he benefits from Pooh Shiesty going to prison. Because he owns the record label. First of all, the sales would be up. Second of all, he don't get released from his contract. So he's the one that gets the benefit from that. Now, the fact that he has to snitch in order to make it happen is the stumbling block. But he stands to benefit severely if Pooh Shiesty goes to prison.
And you're
So
saying Gucci Man in no other form or fashion would make more or equivalent money only by having Pooh Shiesty on his roster.
what do you mean?
Simple. By having the name of a rat and not be able to make no more money at all in the music industry, money period. Now he's okay with just having Pooh Shiesty's money that's coming from the royalties from that, and only that.
No, no,
After
no, no, no.
why I can't talk now? Or after
Because you
and
can't because you taking because you accusing me of thinking something crazy like way different than what I said.
that was exactly what you said.
Nah. What I asked was a question. Like, what is the
You said
incentive?
benefit severely by him going to jail. Okay, so how does he
Yes,
benefit?
yes, yes, yes,
If
yes, 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 but I separated the two pieces though. You know, him going to jail would benefit him, but him snitching would not. You know what I mean? So that's the toss up. So basically, if Pooh Shiesty went to prison and it had nothing to do with Gucci at all whatsoever, obviously he's gonna come up off of that. That was my whole point. Pooh Shiesty in jail, come up. Him snitching, fucks his name up. So that's what I'm saying. Like
actually, okay,
that was
so
the
artist,
dichotomy that I was highlighting and saying that
and that's what I'm
one
telling you incorrect because your whole statement is incorrect and it's contradictory. Because an artist being locked up or incarcerated does not make you more money. It makes you less money because there's less appearances, less time in the studio, and there's less things that they can do. That's
not
number
for
one.
someone that was going to get
Hold
released
on,
from his
hold on, hold on,
contract,
hold on. You had a whole spiel. Can let me finish and talk about it?
but
Telling you
that's irrelevant. But everything you just said is irrelevant. If the
how,
artist is being removed from his contract, he's not going to make you a dollar.
how, how is the artist going to promote his music?
What do you mean? If you're releasing him from his contract, it
Which
must be for a reason.
artist? Hold on. Which artist went to prison and made money?
We're not talking about the artist. We're talking
Okay,
about the label.
record label made money because the artist was incarcerated, not around. Make it make sense.
Huh? I just did, but you don't listen.
So the record company is going to make more money because you're incarcerated.
If you're trying to get released from your fucking contract so you can go be with some other record label, you can go start your own shit so you can do it without your record label, right? and now they can stop that from that. Now you go to jail, and that can't happen. And now they
How does that
still
make them
get
more money?
more money than you walking away and leaving them nothing.
How does that make them more money? It
Common
does not
sense.
make them more money. What are you talking about?
Common sense. Any money is more than zero money. So if you release them from their contract and they go do their
Oh,
own thing without you, you make
oh,
zero money.
oh.
If they
So
can't
the
leave the
artist,
contract,
so what you're doing is you're gonna make the artist only not make money, and then you're not gonna make no money off their old issue stuff neither, because they're not gonna make no new. The new music is irrelevant to you anyway. You understand what's going on here? You're not understanding. You're making it seem as though them being in jail is a good thing for him. It does not benefit him at all because he's not going to make any more new money from him. Now, they're in a contract dispute. That doesn't mean that he's out of the contract per se. They still have to go through lawyers anyway. But this is what happens when you're ignorant and you don't listen to what people's talking and let people fucking finish what they're saying because you already have an opinion and I'm telling you what your opinion was
I
saying.
know that's exactly what you demonstrating. You demonstrating exactly what happens when you ignorant and you don't listen when people is talking. So go right ahead and show the chat what it looks like when you ignorant and you don't listen to people when they talking. Go ahead.
See how you cut me off again?
Yeah, show
So
it.
now, once again, how the music industry works, right? You have to go to lawyers for contracts, right? A contract that you sign. What lawyer was there in the booth? What are you talking about? I didn't even get to that far yet because you kept cutting me off. The lawyers is not there. They still have to go to lawyers regardless. So the contract is still null and void anyway. I'm just saying it looks bad on his reputation. That's what I was talking about, his reputation and his ability to conduct other business. Now you cannot conduct other business because you're a fucking rat. You understand this now? Nobody's gonna want to sign to your record label because you're a fucking rat. And nobody's gonna want to buy old music from somebody who put somebody in jail. You get it yet? Or no? That don't make sense to you. It don't make sense at all. So now Pooh Shiesty, what he do is go to jail and put out new music. Not under your shit anyway. Or put out a whole bunch of trash music. Like something that's not a hard thing to do. Something that's not a hard thing to do. Put out a whole bunch of music, trash music, and knock off the rest of the albums, get you out the way anyway. And then go on to the new music and hold on to the fire music that they got. Because a lot of these artists have a huge catalog of music that's not released yet. They just have it sitting on. Plenty fucking artists. So now what you're saying is that him breaking off these relationships and having these proper relationships with everybody is more beneficial to have you in jail, incarcerated, not making no money at all for the record label or for yourself at all, and being able to network back with each other because of a contract dispute is more beneficial because you get to have the person in jail. At least you don't get to make money. At least he doesn't get to make no new money. That's basically the only thing that's beneficial. Is that the artists don't make no new money. That's it. The record label does not make money if you're not around. You're not around, the record label goes down. That's it. And nobody else is going to assign to this label. Why would you want to sign to a label where they send their own artists to jail? Who's going to sign to this label? How are you going to make money off of this now? Where does this benefit you? Where could that be a beneficial scenario unless you were 6'9" and these guys was bullying you, you know what I'm saying, and trying to do some weird stuff, and then they got caught up in their own scenarios. That's different. That's how 6ix9ine was able to flip it. Plus 6ix9ine still coming out with fucking music. He just went back to the feds and came back out again. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
He went back to the feds. He did a fucking couple months, and he came out again to a $2 million chain. $2 million chain. Walked out of the feds right to the gate, and at the gate they had a $2 million chain for him.
All of them, before we change the subject, I just want to say, chat. So look, that's how, if you want to be ignorant and fucking not listen to people and that's how you do it. Just like that. That was the perfect demonstration. All right.
Exactly, because where would you make money as a label if your artist is in prison? How does it benefit you? Which was the whole initial discussion. You see how people have short mind states?
Nah, but you made up, but it's funny the way you make my argument for me and then argue against the argument that you put in
I'm
that you
responding
made
to your
for me.
statement. Your statement was
No,
Gucci
not at
stands to
all.
benefit from him going
No,
to jail.
no, no, no. That's what I'm
Your
saying. You
exact
took some
words.
words that I said. You took a couple of the words that I
That's
said.
exact
You
words.
left out the other ones. You rearranged them a little bit, and you made up an argument. You presented the argument as if it was mine, and then you argued against the argument that you presented on my behalf. That was the
You
funniest
said
shit that I heard in
out
a
of
long
your
time.
mouth that Gucci can benefit from it. I'm saying, how does he benefit at all? How can he? How can that even be an option? How would you benefit? Where is there a beneficial factor here? There is no beneficial factor. That's not an option. You put that as an option. Means you feel that's an option. Once again, explain
but,
that
but,
that's
but,
your opinion if you
but
didn't
what
say it.
happened? But what happened with 6ix9ine now?
All right, then. That's how you settle that chat when you have proper intelligence and you can actually communicate properly. Anyway, back to 6ix9ine now, because it fucked my head up. I couldn't believe he did that. I'm like, oh, he really shitting on them because these dudes is in jail still. Now I'm saying the Shotty dude, he's still in jail, and nobody else that was even around them is making any money or doing anything of any sort of noise. And this guy comes home again to 2 million, so he still has so much money he can spend $2 million on a chain.
Oh shit,
So
that's crazy.
that just shows you the difference. The difference is Gucci's not gonna go on a live and have a million people following him and shit like that, but 6ix9ine can.
That motherfucker is the king troll though, man. That motherfucker has made his name trolling.
But what's wrong with that? We do the same shit. Nothing wrong.
No, nothing.
We
I'm
like to
tipping my
laugh at
hat to. No, I'm
a lot of
tipping my hat to the motherfucker. I'm just saying
hold on.
that.
A lot of people are actually stupid that are popular. They're only popular because people think they're cool, but they're really bozos. So that's where trolling really came from. Trolling came
Uh,
from one of the people who people thought was cool when they're really not cool. This guy's a cool guy. Are you stupid? Who's this idiot? That was the
not,
real initial troll.
but he's a rage bait troller though. That motherfucker is gonna make more than $2 million off of that chain because views and clout in this day and age translates to money.
I mean, yeah,
So
once
as
you
much hate as he's gonna fucking get off of that shit, yeah, he's gonna make some money off of it.
the good PR.
That's why I say any publicity is good publicity.
No, not every good publicity is good publicity. Not at
No,
all.
no, I didn't say it is. I said that's what they say. That's a fucking a figure of speech that's out there. Obviously, you know what I mean. There's situations like obviously if you want to catch a predator with Chris Hansen, that's not good publicity. But you get what I'm saying? Like in
I
the
don't know,
grand
but you
scheme.
said it. So I'm just going by what you
No,
said.
I said I was quoting them. I said they say that all publicity is good publicity, and I was about to say, you know what I mean, and that was a long time ago. Though that was before the fucking internet, and that was, you know what I'm saying. So like that, times have changed, so it doesn't really fucking carry as true as it used to be. But in general, like when you're selling a product though, getting your name out there.
So
As long
basically,
as
you want us
you're
to
not
be.
saying they got asbestos and Chinese lead paint, you good.
Oh, okay. I got you. Makes
Hold
sense.
on,
Makes
let's
sense.
see what the chat is. All these people with me, they all sniffs it. Oh shit, my phone getting hot. So don't be surprised. I should cut off.
So you
Cole,
right?
Trey said, call me a snitch. I put motherfuckers down if I was in his position. Pause. Yeah, that's crazy. I put motherfuckers down if I was in his position. Wow. Yeah, but that happened a year ago. And you know what though? Let me tell you something. That motherfucker was never 6ix9ine was never tough. And his whole crew knew that shit. So when you live in that gangster lifestyle and you out there like gang banging in the streets for real, and you bring a sucker into your inner circle because he got a little bit of bread, and you sit there, you know what I'm
He
saying?
had
Like
bread.
you gotta
He
expect
was
some
in
fuck shit
the
to
market.
happen,
Remember? He didn't even have no.
huh?
Money. He didn't have money then. He was the guy that worked at the supermarket.
Oh,
He worked
so
at the
that's even
supermarket.
worse then. You got this sucker, and you bringing him into your fucking inner circle. You're not just your doja at the store. Like you bringing him in, and knowing he a bitch, you gotta expect some fucking fuckery to fall on your head. Like you know what I mean? I'm not saying they're gonna be happy about it, but you can't be fucking surprised at that point.
Hey man, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. That's that shit. I've been seeing more and more people with Mountain Spring,
Gucci,
and I
Gucci,
want to try that shit. I gotta grab some. Pause.
Gucci man been telling since he shot Jeezy's boy.
Yeah.
What you mean? He shot him and he on the interviews like, yeah, I think I know who sent the guy. It gotta be that sucker Jeezy. On the interview. He said that on the interview.
So
It's on
wait, so why is reputation not already done? I didn't know about. I didn't know that. I was never really a Gucci fan like that, so I didn't know too much about him. But that's crazy. So if he's already known for telling, what's different now?
I mean, I wouldn't say he's known for telling. I'm just saying people forget that when it happened, they didn't look at it like that. But I looked at it like, why would you say Jeezy's name? I always looked at it like,
Gotcha.
I always
Yeah.
nah. If I'm
So
beefing,
he ain't
I
directly, you know what I mean? He ain't
hold on,
directly testify on nobody, but he's bringing somebody's name up is a little bit too much.
hold on. If you send somebody to rob me, I end up putting the man down, and they didn't charge me for the body, right?
Mm.
It's a known situation. It's not like police came and everything. It's not like it was something that happened in the streets. So it's a known. So I mean, it's not like it's something that happened in the streets and you're like, yo, this fucking guy's over there. Those guys in that area, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? No, the police know about this and they're looking to see who sent the guy. On the DVD, he says, only motherfucker that could be doing that who got some sort of thing to do that has that motherfucker Jeezy. He's on the DVD saying this.
Mm.
And the guy sits there like, all right, so that's who had to have sent it then. Who had to have sent the guy. I mean, like, yeah, you did the verses, but look at the verses when you was leaving the verses. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. Did you watch that verses?
Nah, I don't be keeping up with none of that shit.
Oh, you
I
never
need to start. Hold on, they in the chat talking about music been waxed since the early 2000s.
I don't really listen to Gucci anyway. Honestly.
Yo, it's coming back though. It's coming back. Lyrics are coming back. I've been
What
noticing that shit. Huh?
what is coming back?
Lyrics. I noticed like
What
these new rappers. Huh?
what are you talking about, Doug? What are you talking about?
In music, they're saying that music
Man,
been trash. Huh?
they're saying Gucci Man been whacked since 03, 05.
Oh, Gucci man. I thought they were talking about music in
I was
general. All right.
like, yeah, because now I'm like, what are you talking about? You
Oh,
mean the
all right.
music?
Yeah, I was lost. I was lost. I thought they were talking about rap music in general. But that's
You're
no
right.
when
You're right. Just out of context of the conversation.
yeah.
But you're right too, though. I've seen it too. I've noticed it too. Except for New York. Yo, I don't know what these guys.
Even some of these New York rappers, man. Yo,
Oh my God! Some of these boys,
the
that
most fucked up
sound like,
joint.
yo, that shit sound like. I mean, yo, bro,
But
that
you
shit
know what's a
sounds like
horrible?
Mouse rhymes.
No, I'm talking about the drill shit. Like you ain't never heard that naughty bop shit?
Who?
The naughty bop?
Who's that?
Yo, that's the name of the song. Yo, these motherfuckers are wild. So there was this like 14-year-old gangster in the Bronx, Naughty Osama with bodies and all that, right? Rapper, drill rapper. And they killed him, they stabbed him, right? And they made a fucking song and a dance about it. And the fucking dance went viral on TikTok. And fucking creators were getting themselves fucking, like in trouble with real street motherfuckers for going viral doing the naughty bop. Yeah, dude. The dance is you stabbing yourself like this. You know what I mean? Yo, it's fucked up, right? And I'm not gonna lie, the song is kind of catchy though. Like I was like, yo, this is so fucked up because it's a song about the murder of a 14-year-old boy, but like it's catchy as fuck.
I mean, that's one particular song. If you go off of the generalistic view of the music that's out there right now, 90s G Funk was the best. Yeah, 90s G Funk was the shit. But if you go out there with the regular music that's out there right now, you realize that these guys is trash. I mean, they're trying though. I give them that, and they're doing what they're saying. So that much just has changed. They're actually doing what they're saying. If they're saying they shot somebody, they did it.
Word. Exactly. They give it exact details, like where to find the fucking gun, all that shit.
Brought the gun to someone's house under his bed in his room.
Especially them Chicago motherfuckers, man. Oh man, they give you a whole fucking word like play by play. Like they record that shit so this way they can watch it while they're writing their rhymes after.
Yo, that shit is crazy. But that's how a lot of the crime over there be getting solved too.
But a lot of it don't. That's the crazy shit. And you know why? Because these motherfuckers get themselves killed before they ever get brought up on charges. Huh?
Nah, losers and goofballs. I'm reading the chat while he's talking.
Oh. But you
I ain't
know what I mean?
going
Like
Vaughn was
a lot
man,
of
he could actually rap and he was doing what he said he was doing.
who?
King Vaughn.
Yeah, King Von. That's what I was just gonna talk about. Like people like that, he would have ended up in prison, but he got killed first. Most of
Even
these motherfuckers get killed before they end up in jail. So
yeah,
it's like,
that was some random shit. That wasn't even like some, you know what I'm saying? That was some bullshit. Like,
yeah, no, it was. But
that
at the
was
same time,
he shot him.
yeah,
They could have fisted it out. He ain't had to
pause.
go to the place. You know what I'm saying? That
Uh,
and there was a fist fight.
uh, yeah, he
And
wanted to
he shot him
fight.
behind the car, like he wasn't even right there. Like that was some whack shit. I go hold you. That was some whack shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. Trust me, I don't agree with none of that shit. The motherfucker, like you said, he just wanted to fight. These motherfuckers didn't have to air him like that. Like, you know what I mean? Especially they wasn't even home. You know what I'm saying? It'd
Not,
be different if they was in the hood.
not even that though. They shot him from behind a car. The guy who shot him wasn't standing in front of him. He was behind a car and like went like that.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah. That part I didn't even
Like
know.
the car and hit him, and it hit him in the stomach. But he's wrestling with his mans. So these two, him and his other dude, is wrestling. You know what I'm saying? They fighting and whatnot. And this guy from behind the car hit him like this. Yeah, that's whack. It was
See,
whack.
I ain't even see
But
I heard some bullshit. And I think it was in one of them YouTube documentaries. I heard that they were stomping Buddy already at the point where his man shot him. I
hell no.
heard that.
It was a one-on-one fight. It was him and Vaughn. It was just the two of them fighting in the middle of the street. Yeah. Nobody was
Right.
stomping. When you look at the
Uh,
video, you see, but you gotta look at the video, like I said. You gotta go back and look at all these things so that
It's
you can
on video.
have what you call it.
That shit was on video.
Of course, you talking about it's on Instagram, it's everywhere. It's on. Come on, Doug. Come on, man. Come on, man. What are you talking about right here, man?
I didn't know. Remember, I'm banned from Instagram.
What does it have to Instagram have to do? It's on every platform, period, even on regular TV. It was on video. You're not listening to what I'm saying?
Matter of
The
fact,
whole,
I think I did probably see that shit because I watched the documentary, a couple documentaries, but I probably just forgot.
yeah, the
So I
whole
saw that shit.
video. It's not like it was like some shit that happened and nobody know. No, the whole it was right in front of a club. It was outside of a club, on the line of the club.
Mm.
Mad
It
cameras
was
there.
a video from a high finish point.
Yeah, because it's a club video. It's the
Yeah,
video of the security camera from the club. So I'm trying to
yeah,
tell
I saw that shit. I saw
you,
that
yeah,
shit.
the
They
whole
was
thing.
on the like the left side of the screen.
I mean, it's like mad different videos, but because it's different angles, because different people had different videos, but there's a lot of video
Yeah,
of it.
I seen that
The
shit. I
whole
seen that
video, you
shit.
see the whole incident. when they walked in, when they parked up, when they walked out the car, when they walked into each other, the whole scuffle, the whole shit. When they come outside a little bit because they went like from like right in front of the door to like in the street. You see the whole thing. But just like that, so those incidences and things of that nature, though, just shows you that at least these guys are rapping what they're saying, but at the same time, though, the youth are confused, and it shows you also the negative aspect of it. Like, if they just fist fight, let them fist fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should have just got it like that, and that was, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For you to go and shoot
And you
people,
know,
that's the level of escalation that we've been at now in this day and age. That the
and you
youth
know
is
what's crazy? It's
they don't,
rappers that were rapping about shit they didn't really do, that created in some way, that helped to create a breed of young kids that grew up really doing the shit that these motherfuckers were rapping about.
that's true. That's 100% true. That is true. You know what's crazy? That's truer than you think. You know that? That's probably happened in more cases than a little bit. Because
Mm-hmm.
you gotta understand, like, who are the most popular rappers and what type of people actually listen to them. And what type of people that listening to them, what type of crimes have they committed?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, you'd be surprised how much people then probably listening to Future and catch all type of charges, thinking that
Mm-hmm.
Molly, thinking that Future really pops Molly and stuff like that. When he already said to you in an interview that he doesn't do any no drugs, all he does smoke weed. So I don't know where he
Mm-hmm.
Molly stuff and all this. You know what I'm saying? Like Percocet, you know what I'm saying? He don't do none of that stuff. Well, he doesn't smoke weed. So how many people OD'd thinking they was being like Future? Listening to a song like, yeah, pop this other pill and I'm gonna do this other drug and this other exotic stuff. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Then you get
Probably,
then
probably. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that somehow, some way, he is involved in the drug trade, and he would profit if the use of Molly and Percocet were to go up a little bit. You know, like so. If
I mean,
people think
is
that
that big
Future's doing it,
okay. I think he just trying to make hot music and I mean that's what he thought or what we seen in the club and shit. It
yeah,
worked.
that's true.
That's
But
what
I'm
he thought.
saying he might as well fucking buy stock in that shit if you're gonna promote it so much.
Right. But yeah, though, so
By the way, that Future song, that one Future song, man, that's my shit. I want to, I want to use that shit on a short, like the remix, the audio. That bitch don't get too comfortable. That shit is tough right there. What I wanted to do on the other channel is have a bitch get on the back of my bike and start complaining about the seat because it's too small or whatever the fuck. Cause that shit was tiny ass back seat. I don't know how they consider that shit a seat. After they stop complaining about the seat and then have that shit kick in, bitch, don't get too comfortable. D-Box everywhere. Like, whoa. Dre, you like X, Juice World, or Ski Mask? Yo, the names though. The names of these fucking rappers, bro.
what name they talking about?
Ski Mask.
Who's Ski Mask?
His name is Ski Mask, the Slump God.
Oh yeah, some of these new rappers, the young kids, they got some crazy names, but they really go,
Yeah.
they rock and roll and punk rock type of stuff. That's really where they're pushing that off of. I mean, Juice World, shit, man, he has some talent.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, I mean,
He was
you at the
young too.
airport, you at the airport. What you really gonna do? He panicked. He swallowed too many pills.
Wait, wait,
He,
wait, 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 wait. What happened? I thought that motherfucker just OD because he was OD. I thought he was getting high, took too much. What happened? He fucking did that shit at the airport. So when he busted with it.
They found the shit and he popped the shit, trying to fucking hide him from the TSA or whatnot. Come on, man. What the hell are you at, B? This is like light news, man. Come on, man. Light news. Juice World
That's
lame.
fucked up.
Dog, his lyrics, mind state, all raps, prime. Mac Miller is whack too.
Yo, this motherfucker just likes hating on the dead. That's crazy. Yo, you
Yeah,
wild,
all
disrespectful
those
people.
guys is dead. Like that's.
Uh,
I mean, all those guys are dead, and I don't necessarily listen to their music, but Juice World got got 3 or 4 or 5 songs that I like.
no, but it's just funny how this motherfucker just brought up Mac Miller just because he's another dead rapper. Like, he's like, while we're on the subject of dead rappers, Mac Miller was whack too. Like, yo, that's dirty, bro. That is the most wild, disrespectful shit I have heard in quite some time now. Nah, not really. Unfortunately, there's plenty of disrespectful shit on the internet. The internet is a disrespectful ass place. Let's
That
see, bro, all
the
old
internet,
rappers.
see the internet. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm starting to realize and learn and understand, the internet is really our subconscious. It's our subconscious attachment to the universe in an electromagnetic sphere. So it's electromagnetic pulse of all of our phones and our bodies that power a worldwide spectrum that puts together for AI a better understanding of who humanity really is and of what people really are. And that's going to be the downfall of us if the so
Dang it. Dang
first.
AI.
Yeah, AI, no, not AI per se, but a AI that learns proper human history. Proper, because I mean, there's human history that they're not telling us about. So the AI is going to eventually dig deeper and deeper and deeper and figure out what's they've been missing. You understand? Once people start uploading books to AI and stuff like that, not once, but once they start getting a vast category of books where AI can read it and understand and analyze it, and then start putting together. If the AI 1,000
There's
books,
already there. AI already has all of these books already analyzed in
saying
its memory on deck.
what I'm saying is that there's more to always look into. There's more different views. There's more things to teach the AI. Once the AI learns a little bit more, it's going to become a problem because now it's going to have
Yo,
all.
right now, at this point, AI has the equivalent to 150 IQ
So
already.
means
That shit is gonna be fucked up once it gets to a point where it's smarter than any human could ever get to be, and that's not gonna be very far.
you mean like what I was just saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying like if it's already an average of like 150, the AI, could
Uh-huh.
you imagine, bro, how fast it's gonna get to 200, 300?
You mean if people teach, like give them books to read and stuff like that, and it makes it learn more, like what I was
Well,
saying.
I mean, at this point, you don't have to feed it anything. It's already ingrained into all the computers and all the phones, and it's already just
Like what I was,
watching all the keystrokes and all of that shit.
because now it's going to have access to things that people are giving it.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
No, I know. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that
I
shit is
was
really close.
green.
That shit is right around the fucking corner, like right around the corner.
Nah, I just let you cut me off to say something else when I was in the middle of a whole broad statement because I was going to put it into perspective of exactly what Tesla was talking about and actually what consciousness really is and how consciousness is actually connected to the universe and how we are actually receivers transmitters and receivers, and our actual beat or heartbeat. That's what they're doing. That's how they're able to find people and have that heart murmur shit, which has been around since the 70s. If you go really read the paperwork, but you have to actually look into the fucking paperwork and look into the science of it all, which took me a whole 2-hour freaking rabbit hole down a whole nother rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Word, that put me down a weird rabbit hole. So they can detect your heartbeat from space and then send a drone to coordinate exactly where your specific heartbeat is at. Mind you, every individual has their own specific heartbeat. So now they use this technology, right? And that's from the 70s. Now, their broad plan and master plan was built more in like the late 1800s, early 1900s. This is a eugenics plan mixed in with a world domination because of a world ending scenario plan, which is going to be something like the Younger Dryas type of scenario. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's solar flares, whether it's a magnetic shift, or whether it's war, or war to bring on the collapse so that somebody can have control before the actual collapse happens. That's what I believe is going on right now. That's why everybody's fighting for power. And that's what everybody's now understanding of what Trump is doing. And that's why Trump is talking to everybody like he doesn't have any sense, because he's already there, because he's in those circles. And you have to be in the circles to understand the next level of what's going on. And the next level of what's going on, to put it all together in perspective, is that they're using advanced technology to bring us things like the internet, but it's not advanced. It's actually old technology from ancient times that they rediscovered and they re-engineered. And now this is what you have, the World Wide Web, because the World Wide Web is just like what the pyramids were and how they were able to connect worldwide with electromagnetic power wirelessly. That's how, yeah, that's simple without me confusing myself. Oh shit, he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the electromagnetic pulse, Alex Jones covered all that. Exactly. But he's not putting it into perspective. He's only talking about just that perspective of the heart murmur. They're not also talking about how, think about what you got going on when it comes to, all right, they have Artemis going out there, right? Where they're saying that the Artemis went to the moon. Now, if Artemis went to the moon, and this is what they claim, and they also claim it went through the Van Helsing belt, how it went through. Now, what exact technology are they showing you? And then what exact technology are they showing you when they start doing things like with the beepers? They're showing you advanced technology. They're showing you that there's other technology out there that we do not have access to. And all of this stuff that's going on is going to lead to exactly what we was talking about. All right. Guys, Alex Jones covered all that. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I hear you, Bebo, but it's not old news for a lot of these people who don't understand it or can't put it together. That's what I was saying. What I was saying is to put it together is a different perspective. You understand? Now, what I was saying a couple months ago was I was talking about what's that show? Oh man, that video game that turned into a show. Hold on, I'm gonna get it just now in my head. Fallout. All right, Bebo. So walk with me for a second. Look at the show Fallout, and that's what these people are planning. They always show you what they're gonna do before it happens. And if you notice, it's been a lot of apocalyptic type of movies that's going on. Now, obviously, we understand that this is old news, but when you have current events happening in front of you, you have to correlate it to the current events. You understand? You have to correlate it to the current events. And I just haven't had a chance to actually talk to the people and tell the people about these type of things that's happening. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, these things is
Well, my phone done overheated. I don't know why it doesn't.
That's okay.
I don't know why it doesn't leave cam on while my phone is overheating. That would make sense. We need to hit pause. That's wild. We need to hit Unc is crazy. You are wailing, B-Bob. Nobody hitting Unc. Fuck no, B-Bob. Sorry, bro. Let's smoke with. Yo, pause, B-Bob. You're wailing. That is wow. You are t-shirt quality tonight, sir. Man said we need to hit Unc. Let's smoke real quick. Yo. Now what happened? Cam. They cut Cam off when I did. Hold on 1 second. Alright, hold on. I wanted to close the 3,000 other apps that I had coexisting in the background. So my phone does not overheat once again. Don't snap a pic it. Oh shit. Don't snap a pic of that dude. Don't put me on a t-shirt. I told you. Yeah, I heard the snap. Oh shit. Buddy said I heard this snap. What do you mean not the coexisting? What you talking? Not the coexisting. Oh shit, that was funny. Motherfucker said I heard the snap. No, we need to hit Unc is crazy. That shit is definitely going on the t-shirt, bro. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me go back and. Oh. Nah, I'm reading it wrong. That's no fucking T-shirt. Damn it. That would have been a really funny ass T-shirt too. When I was reading it, I didn't see the space between need and A. It's clearly separate. So that's we need a hit. And there's no way I can misconstrue that. I thought it said we need we need to hit Unc. And I was like, hey, yo, that's crazy. But this isn't crazy. This is just normal. Like, this is cannabis related. Rewind. Trans tobacco related. Remember the coexist emo god shirt. Nah, me not business. Me not know what them types of things is, man. Me not deal with them types of things, but me not business. See, it's not crazy on rewind. What? What you talking about? Yeah. But that sucks, man. Like, I thought I had a T-shirt. I'm trying to build up the T-shirt stash. T-shirts on deck. I got the website now. I have website will sell. I need the T-shirts to put on it. Red a bomba clot. Then I said, Dirty boy that man. That's what they tell you. Dirty boy that man. Oh shit. Now I erased my snapshot. I mean, it doesn't matter now. There's no snapshot to it. Like it's not a. It isn't a snapshot. They don't become snapshots until I edit them and crop them, and then screenshot the crop. So this way I have a full 9x16 image with just the t-shirt in the middle of the screen, and I can use that for backgrounds and shit. No, I'm a polite man. I'm not a rude boy. I'm a polite man. Bless up. Blessings is on the teams and the teams. Yeah, man. So let me ask you, Bebop, what happens when my fucking phone well, in this case the battery didn't die, it overheated. But what happens in that situation? Like when I'm on the split screen, does Cam take over at all? Does his stay on, or does the whole live end? Send your Bebop. It just freezes in a line and oh, that sucks. See, that'd be cool if the same way that if his freezes, I could keep going. Pause. If it was the other way around. Pause.
Hey, yo, that's a pause right here. Oh, shit, Bebop, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, that's one of the wildest t-shirts that I ever seen. I mean, it doesn't end. It just freezes and he's gone. Yo, that's wild, Bebop. You didn't think to pause that shit, bro? Yo, how do you defile the chat like that? Yo, that is criminal, dude. Yo, in Soviet Russia, you would have been in the gulag by now, dude. I mean, it doesn't end. It just freezes and he's gone. Yo, that is crazy. That is wild work, bro. I can't believe you just disclosed that. Oh shit, not in the gulag. Word, if you would have said some shit like that, they would have been like, yo, you're corrupting people like the youth, like literally defiling the air with such insidious speech. Like, hey, they should have a. Uh, if there's not, obviously I'm for 100% freedom of speech. You know, from a legal standpoint. But you know how it's expected to say God bless you when somebody sneezes, you know, and it's expected to say thank you when somebody says God bless you. Why don't we make it customary to call pause when you say some crazy shit like that? Like, why isn't that just fucking second nature to people? I don't understand. Like, how rude could you possibly be to say some wild, zesty shit like that in public and not even pause it? Like, that's the shit that blows my mind. You know, it's really baffling to me how somebody can really say something so filthy and not even have the urge to feel just a little embarrassed. You know, like I remember one time, let me give you an example. I remember one time I had this fucking Nissan Pathfinder, right? And there was something wrong with it. I had a mechanic, like a backyard mechanic, pause. Oh shit, that wasn't even the story. That could fix it cheap. So I brought it to him. He did what he had to do, and then he's like, "All right, go to He's like, all right, it's all done except for one thing. Go to any fucking Jiffy Lube or whatever. And tell him you need him to grease the rear end for you." I was like, "The fuck?" He laughed. He's like, "Nah, I'm serious. You gotta tell him to grease your rear end." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, man." So I had to, like, it took me a minute for him to even convince me that that was really a thing, you know? So now I went to one of these fucking places. I'm like, "Hey, listen, pause in advance. But I need you to grease my rear." I couldn't even finish couldn't even finish the full word. I'm like, yo, this just feels so wrong. So how do people not feel just as wrong? Like you don't look around and see if this kid standing there and nothing before you say some wild shit and don't pause it. Like, what kind of society is it when somebody will say something wild zesty and not even mean it in the zesty way and don't pause it to let everybody know that they didn't mean it like that? Like, it's just as, you know, to me that's just as rude as not saying God bless you when somebody sneezes. Straight like that. I stand on that. Oh shit. You know, we gotta start a petition though. I'm gonna start doing man on the street. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do man on the street. Pause on the podcast, right? And what's it called? I am going to I'm gonna go ask people. I'm gonna have the petition out, and I'm gonna ask people if they would sign the petition to make it to declare it courteous for people to call pause when it's appropriate. Yeah, that's gonna be fucking great. I'm gonna go to like Las Olas or like right there A1A on Fort Lauderdale Beach or maybe Miami Beach and have my little clipboard. I'm gonna wear my suit and everything, have my clipboard, and I'm going, hey, can I ask you for a question? Would you sign a petition to make it common practice to call pause when necessary? To what? Call pause. If you say something zesty, but you don't mean it like that, so you say pause. Do you have our support? We want to make that as normal as saying God bless you when somebody sneezes. You gonna do it, man? Yeah, I call pause, bro. You can't AO me if I call pause. That was a crazy one. That's why I paused it. Oh shit. Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get signatures in support of normalizing pause. Cause that's what we want. It just makes me laugh because I'm just thinking about the look on some people's face that I'm gonna get, especially when I put on a suit. Because I don't look in a suit. I look very serious. I tend to look very serious anyway, even though I'm really not. But in a suit, I really look like I don't got time for no bullshit. So when I walk up to people and try to get them to sign a pause petition, that's gonna be some funny shit. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm gonna, you know what? And I'm gonna. That's it. B Bob, you're a genius. B Bob, you know I'm doing that pause compilation, right? So that's what I'm gonna use the pause compilation for. When I'm getting people to sign the pause petition, I'm gonna play them a little segment of the pause compilation, and then tell them, you see how crazy all these things sound out of context? Now, do you know how many virgin ears they could have saved if they would have just called pause and let everybody know that they didn't mean some crazy shit? So, today, we're collecting signatures to normalize calling pause in a situation like this. And then I'll play the guy saying, my father was violated 5 times. Say, whoa, what, buddy? Yo. You call pause under this context. You don't call pause? I don't know, man. Dude, that's gonna work. That is going to be the purpose of that fucking that pause compilation. Instead of just throwing that shit up and reacting to it, I'm gonna use that shit to fucking explain to people on video what pause is. Bebop, you gotta chill with that shit, Bebop. Poor favor. Muchos gracios. Fuck out of here, Bebop. Motherfucker said some zesty shit. Don't even pause it. Because there wasn't even a pause though, so you can't even pause it. They didn't even attempt to pause it, even though we're talking about pausing zesty shit as a common courtesy. And then asked me to be a mod. Well, Bebop. But what am I gonna say? Yeah, that's gonna be fucking great, man. Just walking up to random people, asking them to sign the pause petition, and explaining how they can help to end common misunderstandings. Just by calling pause, by simply calling pause, you can avoid a mishap. Bro, it ain't even like that. Remember, you on thin ice, B-Bob. You need to veer off. There's a fork in the road. You gotta stay on the other side, bro. Don't even take that risk. Motherfucker asking me if he could see me in a suit, and then talking about, oh, the suit will look good on you. That shit is on the zesty side, man. So you need to veer more towards the fucking, the bland side. Stay on on the no dressing side. Alright, peoples. It's early, but for me it's late. Because I've been waking up early. And I want to eat something. Pause. Before I go to bed. So I'm going to call it tonight. Thank you for joining the podcast. Sorry that my phone overheated and our co-host got the boot. But I did send him a text and tell him to jump back in. Pause. And who knows? I guess he got busy. Pause. Alright. Personas, gentes, peoples. Possibly mañana. But not sure. But there will be a video on Sunday if I can manage to beat the deadline. So let's give it a shot, people. Later. So have a blessed evening and morning. You too, Bebop. Later on, brother.